Attack on Titan has no shortage of euphoric moments, but some of the most hyped scenes in the anime are the wild Titan transformations, which often turn the tables around in a matter of seconds. So, in this video, we're going to look at 10 epic transformations that change the fate of battles single-handedly. Number 10. Yammer's Ultimate Sacrifice. We're starting off this list with Yammer's first Titan transformation in the second season to save Historia from a horde of Titans. This transformation is special because it gave clues to so many new storylines and also raised a lot of questions. And we can't really ignore the fact that being stranded on the Watchtower, pretty much all of our main characters would have become Titan food had Yammer not thinned out the herd. Her brave and selfless actions were inspired by her love for Historia, and this gives her the strength to take down multiple monsters in an extremely fast-paced yet perfectly animated action sequence. Number 9. Zeke's Titan Bombs. Moving on from Yammer's heroics, at number 9, we have Zeke's barbaric Titan bombing that brings a swift end to Marley's 4-year-long war with the Mideast Alliance. Tired of fighting a gruesome and bloody battle, Marley decides to use their scariest weapons. So dozens of men injected with Titan serum are ejected from an airship against their will. And as they get close to the ground, Zeke uses his voice to turn them all into Titans. These monsters rain down on Marley's enemies, and pretty soon the walled city is in complete chaos. Even the tense music and breathtaking animation are not enough to distract you from the horrifying consequences of this tactic, which is both cruel and highly efficient. No wonder this is one of the most iconic sequences from the first part of Season 4, and what's even crazier is that it takes place in the very first episode. Talk about an explosive beginning, huh? Number 8. Annie's Truth. Now, Annie Leonhardt was a strange character from the beginning of the show. She was strong, but was emotionally a blank page. And later in the first season, we finally find out that the reason why she's a weirdo is, well, she's a frickin' Titan, and no ordinary one either. She's been a pain for our Titan Slayers and has caused a lot of damage. But just when she's about to get caught, she has a long and honest talk with our protagonists. She not only reveals her regrets, but even shows her sadistic side. I still remember her demonic laughter which preceded the destruction she caused after transforming inside the innermost wall. Number 7. Eren's Rageful Transformation. While we're talking about Annie's rampage, we can't forget about Eren's rage-filled transformation, which proved to be the only thing that could save the inhabitants of Wall Sina. This takes place at a time when the men of the Survey Corps are being slaughtered by the female Titan. Eren himself is buried under rubble and at death's door when his wrath takes over, and he transforms to not just stop Annie, but to eliminate her from the face of the earth. As expected, this leads to a great showdown between two Titans who are fighting to the death. We get to see the female Titan's hardening ability and Eren's unwillingness to give up no matter how much he gets hurt. But while he is trying to wipe out the threat, the people of the city are dying left and right in the crossfire. Still, no one's complaining because without him, there was no way to bring down the female Titan. Number 6. Bertolt shows Colossal Titan's true power. Next up, we go to Season 3, where the Survey Corps is hunting their biggest enemies. I'm of course talking about Reiner and Bertolt, who control the Titans responsible for destroying both walls. Eren and his friends get close to achieving their mission as they take out the armored Titan using their rockets. But before they can kill Reiner, Bertolt transforms into the Colossal Titan and causes a blast of biblical scale in the process. The heat and energy coming from this transformation are enough to take down most Titan Slayers and also save Reiner from certain death. But Bertolt doesn't stop here either, as he shows how hard it is to take out the Colossal Titan, simply because of his insane size and strength. And this is exactly why this transformation deserves the number 6 spot. Number 5. The Ultimate Betrayal. Moving on, we have the transformations which revealed the biggest betrayal in the show. I'm talking about the scene where Reiner and Bertold finally crack down under the emotional stress they feel after understanding the consequences of their actions. These kids caused the deaths of millions while following orders of people who don't even care about them. But now they just want to go back, and the only way to do so is by transforming. This plot twist was epic because we knew these guys were hiding something, but due to their extremely caring personalities, we didn't suspect them. And we're not alone, because Eren feels the same, as they were like brothers to him, and with teary eyes, he decides to take his revenge on these monsters who ruined his life. Reiner and Bertold's transformations might not be as impactful as some others on this list, but they made us realize that the real enemies aren't the mindless titans, but the men controlling them. Number 4. Port Massacre. And speaking of real enemies, in Season 4, Eren finally brings the fight to Marley's shores. And to show his ruthlessness, he asks his best friend Armin to commit a horrible act of war. For those who don't know, Armin had become the owner of the Colossal Titan, and after watching Bertold in action, they knew what can happen when you transform into the towering monster. So Armin was sent to the port where Marley's feared naval fleet was standing guard, and with just one transformation, he destroyed not only the port, but nearly half of the city in a huge explosion. And just like that, Marley became defenseless as its people learned how much death these titans can bring in highly populated areas. Number 3. Eren's declaration of war. And while we're talking about the surprise attack on Marley, our number 3 transformation also takes place here. Yes, I'm talking about Eren's declaration of war. He transforms below the stage on which Willy Tybur is declaring war against Paradise. There are so many great things about this sequence. Reiner's admission of guilt, Eren's decision to start the war, and the sheer destruction caused by him in the heart of Marley. He not only takes out Willy and his allies, but when the Warhammer Titan finally shows up, Eren eats its carrier in a gruesome way to get one step closer to obtaining the founding Titan. And he's not alone in this offensive. The Survey Corps leaves Marley in complete ruins with their tactical attack that shows their enemies that Titans aren't the only thing they need to worry about. And when the dust finally settles, it is clear that no one is going to win in a war against the Titans. Number 2. Eren's first transformation. Moving on to number 2, we go back to the time when Eren wasn't a ruthless man, but a child who just wanted to erase the scourge of Titans. It was a time when we as viewers didn't know much about the world in this anime. And when Eren suddenly got eaten while trying to save Armin, we thought this was the end of his story. Well, we were wrong, because this was exactly when he transformed for the first time into a Titan. And what a crazy scene that was. Everyone was confused, yet this unbelievable transformation also gave some much needed hope to the people who were dying at the hands of these monsters. And the way Eren helped clean up the city only added to the optimism. So even though we have flashier transformations on this list, this first transformation still deserves the runner-up spot. Now, before we reveal the number 1 transformation on our list, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss future videos. Number 1. The Founding Titan Transformation. And finally, we come to the number 1 transformation on our list, and it might just be the craziest and creepiest one yet. I'm talking about Eren's transformation into the Founding Titan in the second part of Season 4. Now, this transformation was wild on so many levels. First off, Eren had to lose his head, quite literally, to achieve it. And even crazier is the extremely engaging animation that accompanies this pivotal scene in the show. I mean, with this transformation, Eren starts the rumbling, and with his army of hundreds of colossal titans behind him, he now is the strongest person in the world. But it turns out he doesn't want to end the Eldian race. Instead, he wants to protect paradise by annihilating every human being outside of it. His insane journey to exact revenge on the people who destroyed his world takes a genocidal route after his transformation and starts a whole new arc. The stakes, the jaw-dropping animation, the insane plot twists, and the complete shift in the balance of power that takes place after this transformation makes it the most epic one in the show so far. And that wraps up today's video. Do you agree with my list? Share your thoughts with me in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.